You should always evaluate your horse before you get on. But today we've got this good-looking guy. He's 5 years old, and his name is Gator. Gator has had some training. I think he went through 30 days with a horse trainer, and so there's still lots of work that needs to be done, and I think that the trainer had some rainy days and stuff and didn't get to put the time on in with the horse that he wanted to. So first, it doesn't matter. Someone may tell you that the horse has had 90 days training. You still, I don't care if it's a year's training, you still always evaluate your horse and look for those 5 zones of resistance. And we'll talk more about that here later. So starting out, this evaluation right here is going to tell me where his most sensitive spots are. The parts of his body that he really doesn't trust a human or to be around that part of his body. And in the future, that could be something that triggers his mind off to buck or to bolt or to rear or something like that. So we need to look for those areas of resistance so that we can help him be more comfortable in those areas. Now the 5 zones of resistance starts at the poll, the neck, the shoulders, the rib cage, and the hindquarters. And in this evaluation, that's what I'm going to be looking at. I'm going to be looking at those 5 areas, and I'm going to let Gator tell me what areas that we really need to be focused on. Even though we're going to do all 5, but there will be an area or 2 that he's going to be a little more resistant in than the others. So, all right, so the way we're going to start out doing this, of course, you're going to learn an exercise called the half circle, and I doubt that Gator knows that, but I'm sure Gator's probably been lunged some. So what we want to do is we want to get some forward movement. Now, everything that I'm doing right now, even though I don't have him moving yet, is I'm evaluating it. So I applied some pressure with my rope moving, and what did he do? The head went up the first time. I mean, just in a second, it was up. And so, that's telling me that he's not comfortable with it. He's not comfortable with that moving object near him. So we're going to do it again. You can see how he's getting into kind of a defensive position, to where that if this thing grows teeth, he's 1 step ahead of me to get away. So then this tells me right here that that we're going to have to do some exercises by swinging a rope, making a sound, and to help him get used to that. Because that could be my body moving, it could be me throwing a saddle on him, throwing his saddle pad on him, me getting into the saddle could be a reason for him to spook. And I can't tell you how many people, and I bet you know some, that was getting on their horse and the horse takes off with them. So this is something that we don't need to forget. And of course, there's going to be lots of rope swinging exercises. So hopefully he's going to quickly feel more comfortable with that rope moving. Okay, so I'm going to do this again. Now I want to see the body. You can see how high the head is. So that tells me also that we're going to have a lot of resistance here in the pole. You can see with his head up, you can see how tight this neck is. And Gator's got kind of a thick neck on him anyway. So there's lots of muscle here. You can see how he's moving away. He's uncomfortable, okay? He's uncomfortable. He's letting me know it. He's not moving away because he doesn't like me. It's just because he doesn't know me yet. And so you can see he's already looking in that direction, but he's also very stiff. You can see how stiff he is throughout the body. That's what you get when your horse is high-headed. So we're definitely gonna work on this area right here. And let's see what else we got here. Now, what I'm trying to do is, what I'm wanting him to do is, I want to drive him from back there. So, you know, he really hasn't had any training in that area. So that tells me that he's probably going to be pretty stiff. There's going to be lots of resistance in the hindquarters. He feels more comfortable with the weight here. He feels more comfortable with moving with his front end. Now, when we get done with Gator, it's going to be totally opposite. He's going to be pushing with the hind feet. We want more weight to the back. We want to lighten this front end up, okay? All right, so I'm going to keep asking and see if I can get him to go forward. I'm going to help him here a little bit. He's really tight. See how he jumped? You know, when your horse is spooky like that, when you touch them, that means they're really tight in the body and they're not comfortable with whatever position you're in or what you're doing. So, see, someday I'm going to be asking him with my leg. I'm going to be placing my leg somewhere in that area, asking him to move his shoulders over, or maybe down in the rib cage to give me a leg yield. And so in this evaluating, it's telling me where he is right now. Now, if you're buying a horse, this is the same thing that you're going to do right here. You're going to do an evaluation like this. See, he would probably be comfortable if I would lead him, but he's not comfortable right now with moving away from me without those two eyes on me, okay? So there's not a lot of trust here. So I'm going to help him here by just moving that nose over and then moving the shoulder over, and let's see if we can get him to go forward here. Now he's just kind of locked up. He has no idea what I'm asking him. So I'm just going to tap him. I'm going to tap the ground first. Okay, if you notice, still see how the head's up? Lots of resistance, okay? Lots of fear, uncertainty. Okay, there we go. Now, as soon as I done that, I released the pressure, okay? I mean, as soon as he started moving out. All right, let's see if we can get him to do it again. See, this right here, don't confuse that with, you know, you got two eyes, the horse has two eyes on you and two ears, meaning that he's, as a lot of people say, showing you respect. I guess in a way he is showing you respect, but it's not in a good way, okay? Now, I don't mean he's going to jump out here on me or anything, but he's keeping those two eyes on me because he doesn't trust me. You know, he doesn't trust me. I mean, if I was letting him just kind of do what he wanted to do, well, he would probably be a lot more relaxed. But now I'm asking him to move his feet, and you know, in order to build that trust and that leadership, that's how horses do it with each other. Whoever can move whose feet is the leader. So we're communicating right now like a horse to horse. And he's going, I don't know, maybe you need to move your feet. You know, I haven't decided yet to move my feet. So we have to be patient. We have to understand what's going on up here. Because the quicker we understand it, the lot faster that he's going to start trusting me. Or you, okay? His feet are saying, his brain's telling him, you need to back up. And then two, to him, this right here, I'm applying pressure. He does not have any idea what I am asking him to do. So I'm going to kind of get right up here. Here we go. He's just looking everywhere he can to see if he needs to take off. Okay. You can see how stiff those back legs are. You know, when he turns, his whole body's stiff, and he's trying to keep the feet under him, but it's hard for him to move those legs because they're so stiff. But that's because he's in a defensive position, that if he needs to get away, he can get away quickly. Okay. All right, I think on this evaluation, we've seen a lot so far that we need to know. We kind of know now where Gator is, and how much trust that he has in us and me. And it's not, you know, Gator is not a hard horse to catch or anything like that. And that's because he's trusting the person catching him. But again, as long as he can do what he wants to do, as long as he feels some freedom. But when we get into a situation like this, and I'm asking him to drive or asking him to bend his neck, you know, he's going, hey, I don't know if I trust you to be doing different things or with my body. See, right here, he's really leaning on that other side. Okay. All right, let's see how he does on the hindquarters. Now I'm asking him to yield. We'll be doing more of this disengaging here in just a little bit. I'm asking him, well, first, he's not picking up my body language. And this is kind of telling me about what he knows and what he doesn't know. All right? So he's not responding. There he goes. His first action was to go forward. And I stopped him here, and then he decided, well, and it wasn't that he yielded his hindquarters, is that he said, I got to get both eyes back on him. So don't let that fool you for a disengagement. Here in a little bit, you'll see it. Okay? All right, I've pretty much seen everything I want to see. He's pretty tight throughout the body. The most important area that we got to work on with Gator is the pole, because once we start getting him to lower his head, then we're quickly going to, he's going to start trusting me a lot more. And then when that happens, then he's going to start loosening up the rest of the body once the head starts coming down. Okay, well, that's our evaluation.